This woman thinks she is going to do well by meeting a millionaire man. A man approaches her calling her, and she questions who he is. Then he reveals that he is the same man who was chatting with her on the internet, that they met on an app, and the woman is stunned, questioning if it's really him. The man confirms that it is indeed the same person, apologizes for the delay, justifying himself that he was finishing a job. But the woman gets angry, saying she doesn't believe he has the capacity to buy her that rose. Throwing it on the floor, she questions whether he has no shame in his face, because from the photos that he showed on the app, he was a totally different guy. He explains that since he didn't want to be late, he had to go straight from work, which is why he is wearing a uniform. He says he had no intention of offending her, but the woman calls him a construction worker, telling him to look at her, and asks if that man thinks she will go out with a construction worker like him. The man says that she doesn't understand, and as an apology, he wants to take her to a very good restaurant nearby. He says that he has his motorcycle, which is not very good, but it will give them a ride to the restaurant. But that only makes the woman laugh, asking what he thinks she is, telling him to look for people like him, like a maid or something. He can't understand, because from the app, she seems to be different than she was being there, that she is saying offensive things to him. But the woman claims that she thought he was a different person, on the app he was talking something else, and so she thought he was the owner of the construction site and not the servant. The woman is totally angry after that, and humiliating the man, by saying that she would never go out with him just because he didn't have the money she thought he had. So she walks away, leaving the man alone on the street, and the man talks to himself that it was just another failed attempt, and leaves. In the street, a girl is walking and ends up twisting her foot, and then the man runs to help her. She begins to whimper in pain and worry because she has a job interview to attend in 5 minutes. The man asks her to calm down, claiming that he is on a motorcycle and can give her a ride. The woman says that they don't even know each other, and asks if he will help her anyway, and the man doesn't hesitate to answer yes. He is a totally good man who only wants to help the woman, so that she doesn't miss her job interview. So they both go on his motorcycle, and the woman is still in pain from twisting her ankle. He asks where the job interview is, and she explains that it is at a restaurant nearby. Then the man drives to the restaurant where she will have her job interview, parking in front of the place as soon as he arrives. The woman gets off the motorcycle, already thanking the man, saying that if it weren't for him, she wouldn't have been able to arrive on time. The man then introduces himself, saying his name, and the woman does the same, and she thanks him again for his help. He asks for her number, so that he can text her and know if her foot has improved, and if she needs a ride too. The woman gives him her number, not caring about his financial conditions, and the man confirms that he will call her later. Then he shouts her name and wishes her good luck in the interview, saying that everything will be fine, and she thanks him one more time, before going to her job interview. And alone, she says what a handsome man he is. Later, he decides to send a message to see if the woman got the job. Meanwhile, the woman leaves the restaurant very happy for having gotten the job, and soon after realizes that she is receiving messages from the man, and tries to answer him immediately. She sends a voicemail thanking him for the ride, and tells him the news that she got the job. He is very happy for her, and says that they need to go out to celebrate. The woman immediately accepts, asking him where he wants to go. He tells her that he knows a place that sells delicious hot dogs, and the woman says it's a deal, saying that she loves hot dogs. And the man thinks this is perfect. He thinks he has found the woman of his life. On another day, he drops her off at home, and the woman thanks him again, saying that he is very kind. He thanks her too, saying that he is embarrassed that he forgot his wallet, and she had to pay for the hot dog for them. But the woman doesn't want him to feel ashamed about it, because it was an insignificant factor. She tells him that he has to promise that next time he will pay, and the man is already happy to know that there will be a next time. And he confirms that he will pay next time, and he won't forget his wallet again. The woman says that he is funny and loves his sense of humor, and she says that she has already spent all her money, now she will only have money next month. The man says that the life of a worker is complicated, and he knows it well. After they talk, the woman explains that she has to wake up early the next day. When he tries to kiss her, the woman stops him, saying that she really likes him, but she prefers that they take it slow, and this only makes the man like her even more. And he says goodbye with a kiss on her hand, while the woman sighs alone, also thinking that she likes him. The next day, while he is at work, his friend shows up questioning why he was called away, and the man asks him to sit because he needs to talk to him. His friend asks him what he's up to this time. The man tries to tell his friend that he met a woman, and he thinks he is in love. His friend thinks that it is the same woman he was chatting with over the internet, but the man denies this information. He explains to his friend that he tested that woman, that he dressed up as a construction worker, and the woman humiliated him because of this, and his friend finds it funny, wanting to know why he dressed up as a construction worker. The man blurts out that he is tired of self-interested women who only think about his money, and he did this to test if the woman wanted to stay with him for his character. Then he tells that he ended up meeting another woman, and tells that the woman didn't even care about the way he dressed and even bought him a snack. And the friend ends up thinking that this has gone too far, letting the woman buy him lunch. But the man explains that he really had forgotten his wallet, but he was impressed because no one had ever paid him for a candy bar. The friend asks if the woman already knows who he is, that he is the owner of that entire carrier. And the man says that's why he wants his friend's help. He thinks he has gone too far into the lie, and is afraid to tell the woman the truth. But the friend says that he needs to tell the truth, because nobody likes to be lied to. The man wonders if after telling the truth, the woman will still want to go out with him. That is his fear. His friend advises him to tell her at once, because if the woman really likes him, she won't even mind, and it will be much better, since the man is rich. The man is nervous, but confirms that he will tell her everything later that day. Later, the woman is waiting for him, but sees that he is taking too long. Soon the man arrives in his car, wearing different clothes than she has ever seen him wear. And the woman is even impressed to see him, questioning where he got that car. And he just says that he will explain everything later, and opens the door for her to enter, and she does so without a second thought. The man gets in the car from the driver's side, and the woman says that it's a very nice car, and he says that he couldn't let her ride on the back of a motorcycle, since she looks so beautiful, and he rushes them to go, because he has already booked the restaurant and they are already late, and the woman says that's fine. When they arrive at the restaurant, he gets out of the car and opens the door for her. And so they both enter the restaurant. The woman is worried to see that the restaurant is very nice and elegant, thinking that it must be very expensive. But the man asks her not to worry about price, because she is his guest. And the woman even asks him if he didn't forget his wallet, because she doesn't have any more money. He ends up laughing, but says that she doesn't need to worry, because he didn't forget his wallet. The woman says that's fine, but says that they could have gone somewhere cheaper, that she knows he doesn't earn much. Then the man says he wants to talk to her about it. The woman is already worried, thinking that he might have lost his job, and tries to console him. But he says that is not it, revealing in fact that he is not in need of a job, that he actually generates jobs. Then he reveals that he owns a company, and the woman questions whether it is a construction company. And he tells her that he has an international carrier. The woman is appalled, saying that he's not poor and that's why he was in that fancy car. And he explains that he's far from poor. All of this leaves the woman very confused, and she begins to question him about the story of him not having any money, about the motorcycle he was using, and about the clothes he was wearing the day they met. Then the man tells her that he is tired of self-interested women, that they only go after him because of money, and that day he had a date with someone. He wanted to know if this person really wanted to be with him, for his character or for his money. The whole story makes the woman angry, and she wants to know why he lied to her like that. But the man keeps saying that it wasn't because he wanted to, and ends up saying that he is an idiot. She reveals that she is disappointed with him, but she doesn't understand why he took her to such an expensive place like that restaurant, and wants to know why he wants to go out with her. The man tells her that he chose to go out with her exactly because of the way she treated him, because she didn't care about his condition. At no time was she questioning him, and he thought she was different. And the woman thinks he wants to play with her, and she says she doesn't know if he noticed, but she is poor and not rich like him. But the man says he doesn't care about money. She says that he doesn't care now, and she already thinks that when his friends meet her, they will think only bad things about her. But the man says that what matters is only how he feels about her, and explains that his family grew up in a humble way. Then she says that she won't argue with him, because she is very hungry, and says that she will order the most expensive food in that restaurant. And the man says that's fine, on the condition that she agrees to be his girlfriend. And she smiles, saying it costs nothing to try.